I've got 1 o'clock. We'll go ahead and get started. This is for October 20th, and our next meeting will be November 17th. So it's always the third Tuesday of the month, if we can make that work. Support during working from home. We have something that's going to change. They're dropping Skype link. Skype, that's going to be gone, and they're going to deploy that Microsoft Teams on 10/26. So for support, you would search for the contact of who you want to talk to, and I believe it goes by the first name. So in my case, it'd be William. I don't think you can find it by Bill, but and I think like with Shannon, it would be Michael, and then you'd find.
You can find me under Christian Swanner.
Is that right? You can also send an email to CADD Support, and everybody will see it, and we'll be able to answer on that. So that's just a big thing that's coming up. So this is what we'll be using at Microsoft Teams. So we'll be hitting you up on that and it's good for us. You can share your screen. We can see your screen. We can do stuff with it. Kind of like we were doing with Skype, but I guess Microsoft is ending support of that. I muted all. I like that mute all button.
Hey, Bill?
Yes, sir.
On a couple of my support issues the last weeks, there has been several people that do not have Teams on their computer yet. Should that be something they should proactively try to get on their machine if they don't have it?
They say they're going to do it 10/26, but if I was them, I'd be, like you're saying, looking out, calling the DCS support, try to get this installed, because after that, this will be the only way we can kind of see your screen or take your mouse over and help you. It would be a very valuable thing to have, is this Microsoft Teams, especially with losing Skype. So yeah, you might want to look into it ahead of time. But class schedule, we have one class coming up in November. It's the 2nd through the 5th. It's Power Geopak Road 1 class, and the location will be on the Microsoft Teams app. So this will be the first time we've done Geopak on this. MicroStation's done 2 classes now, or they're in their 2nd class now. It seems to work pretty good, so we're going to give that a shot. And this will possibly be the last SS4 or SS10 Road 1 class before Open Roads Designer, before we go to that. And this class is open for new designers, so if you got new designers in your group that you need to, they need this class, try to sign them up as soon as possible. Also, you can use it as a refresher. I mean, this will be the last look at SS4 or SS10 before we go into ORD, and a lot of the tools in ORD are still the same. And we'll cover that later, but it's still the same stuff basically. So having a refresher class might be good for you. And with Microsoft Teams, we can have as many as we want. Now, Mo.U, I believe, can only set up to 15, but I was going to look at that after the meeting, see if we can change that and add that number. Kevin, I believe we can go higher with that, can't we?
I believe so. Before, it was always just a classroom size issue more in laptops, but now it should be able to get much bigger than that if you wanted to. So
yeah, and I'll be out that week, so Kevin and Shannon will be teaching that class. Okay, I'll be there.
I'm going to be with you, Bill.
Oh, great. Oh, you got to come
it's just
over?
Kevin. Yep.
Oh, all right.
It's your birthday week.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so that's possibly be the last class on that Road 1. And I don't think we have anything scheduled for Road 2 as well. So this might be it before we go to Open Roads Designer. Next thing I want to talk about is the CAD services page. We've kind of hit it before a couple times, but man, this is good stuff for your new users to get out to, and some users that want to look at how to do some certain things, maybe an intersection or whatever. You can go back and look at the videos. In the CAD services page, if you go out to that CAD training button, down at the bottom is the link to all the videos. Okay, so that'll get you in the ballpark with that. Now, one other thing is in ProjectWise Explorer, they've had these links out here for a little bit, and I don't know if a whole lot of people know about them. But if you go to ProjectWise Explorer, and usually you're working from there with your projects, you would just open up your electronic plans, your documents, CAD standards. Let me mute all. Better. And then we'll go down to the shared, our standard plans, CAD, EPG data links. If you select that, you'll see there's some links out here, and I'll bring my ProjectWise up. We have our CAD services SharePoint page, the URL that's here. So if you double click on that, it will open it up. It'll give you a read-only error or whatever, but it's going to get you there. You also have electronic design data delivery URL. So if you wanted to see some of that, you can go in there. The Power Geopak blogs here, so we can go to that URL. Front ProjectWise was pretty slick. You can just go in there. So if I go to the SharePoint page, double click on that. Again, it's going to ask me read only. Yes, that's fine. And it brings me out to the SharePoint page. And in here, let me open it up a little bit more for you. And here we have the CAD training. And the CAD training allows us to get to the Road 1 and Road 2 videos along with all the other videos. So if I open that up, it's not at the top. It's all the way near the bottom, and it's this link to online videos and manuals. It gets us to the MoDOT site here. So if you select it, it's going to bring up all the different classes that we have and all the videos that we've created. And you can just navigate through these little plus signs. Here's Power Geopak SS4 Road 1. And to see the playlist, you can hit a pull down here, or you can do this Road 1, which will open up YouTube with the playlist. So if I do that, it may take a second or so to load up. It's going to bring us out to our MoDOT, our CAD YouTube page. Sure it is. I think I hit, there it is, okay. So out here, when you get to it, it brings us to where we have all the videos. So if you wanted to watch the video on some of these, maybe you wanted to know the how to work the Civil AccuDraw tool, you can come down to here, and we've got, I believe it's Kevin that's doing this video. So you would listen to Kevin for 5 minutes, so 5:46, and learn how to use that Civil AccuDraw tool. So all these tools, they come from the classes that we put together. So the videos, they're out here, covers everything that we've done in class, even the exercises. There's super elevations out here, just all the different things. So if you're having issues, or if you want to share this with your one of your people in your group, it's a nice way to get around. Let me go back to ProjectWise. And that's the same with the Power Geopak blog. You open this one up, it's going to ask me read only. Yeah, I want to open it anyway. And it brings me to a web page that, and here's where we carry or keep track of all the different WebExes that we've had, and some other information, important stuff like the CAD standards detailing stuff is out here. And that was put out there by Chad. You've got some bridge cell updates that Chris put out there. I don't see anything with Shannon, so what does he do? Oh, here's one. Shannon put this one out there. He did good. And Randall even has stuff out here. So you can go to this Power Geopak blog page and get the latest and greatest stuff. And you can actually add discussions to it if you wanted to. We haven't had some of those in quite a while, but that's available as well. Let me go back to my PowerPoint and CAD services page. Yes, I want to talk about that. And the blog gets us to where we can see all the stuff in the blog. Now, as far as ORD updates, we have the Road 1 manual, and the videos are complete. You can even see them in the YouTube. If you want to go out there, they're public, so you can go out there and look for those videos and see what the ORD is all about for Road 1, for the manual that we have. We will be going to Bentley Cloud, which has helped with speed issues when opening and checking in files. So that'll be a big thing. You guys won't notice it. It should be seamless and flawless and all that good stuff. That's supposed to be around, I believe, November 20th. Steve, I believe that's right, Steve? November 20th? Steve, you muted?
This is Chris. It's over that weekend. It's over that weekend.
Over that weekend? Okay.
Yeah, that's as of right now, that's the plan.
Okay. Sounds good. And then the other thing with the ORD updates is the conversion tool. We may run dual software until a project has been completed It just seems like the tool's got some issues right now. And I mean, we still got a little bit of time before we go to ORD, but right now it looks like the best play on this would be to finish it up in SS10. And then when the project's finished and you start your next project, then you jump into the Open Roads Designer stuff. So that's where we're at on that. So for November, we're going to look at Taurus 6. It's a roundabout creation and analysis tool from the makers of AutoTurn with Shannon Smith. He's going to give a preview to that. As a matter of fact, he's going to show a little bit of something right now, just so you guys get a, if I can find him. Shannon, you put your name down as Mike? You did this time. Okay. Usually you don't put your name in there, but I'm going to make you presenter.
Okay. I'll share Geopak. All right, so Torus itself is a program that you can use to create a torus roundabout along with as many legs. It can do pretty much any configuration now. We had the old Torus program. The last one we had was 5.1, and you could only do round torus. Now it'll allow you to do an egg shape. It'll allow you to do different shaped toruses, different shaped roundabouts out there. And then you add in your legs and you can tell it what the islands are and the widths of the lanes and the radiuses and all this different stuff. And it'll go ahead and create all of our line work for us with this program. And then you can analyze it later on using some of the other tools like evaluate movements. You can come out here and draw a truck and have it go around all the different turning paths and make sure it will clear everything. And if you, it'll kind of tell you need an apron in your roundabout or not. It'll tell you whether your curves or your radiuses are going to be large enough based on the standard that you choose. So there's all kinds of different standards that you can choose as far as design guidelines go. So we have all these different ones available. So if you're doing a federal highway or you're doing an NCHRP, whatever kind you're using, you just choose that, and then it will design or try to help design that roundabout based on that guideline that you selected. Now, this is just a 2D representation, but with Torus 6, you're able to also go out there and create a surface that you could use for a final surface. You can control the slopes coming in and going out of the roundabouts, and you'll have something that you can bring into your corridors used for clipping. It will actually make 3D surface or mesh items, and you can also apply, say, a roadway to it. So if you wanted to make that whole entire template concrete, maybe 8 inches thick or something like that, you could do that just by applying material to that surface. You can do sight lines with it, see how far you can see across. You have to have islands in here for that, or cross paths in here to be able to determine whether or not you have sight lines and how good they are. There's tools in here that allow you to go in and every 10 foot along this give you an elevation and a location and a distance and a radius all along the whole entire thing. So it can be built just using these tools. And then, like I said, it makes a nice surface for you to take over back into the corridor. So next time, I'll come in here and go over this more in depth and show you what we have available. Right now, we only have 2 licenses of this, but if you have a round up, it can be very helpful either in the initial design portion of it, or you can take something that you've designed and run it through this software and see how your design compares to what the program comes up with. So we'll be doing that one next time. Okay, Bill, I think that's all I've really got on that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.